Right, so I've got all that lot set up, just tucked inside the shout for the moment. Yeah, late summer, early autumn, nice chop on the water, 14 mile per hour westerly now, low pressure, loads of low pressure, bit of rain, and can't see any weed in the surf. So yeah, it's looking good. High tide's about 11 o'clock tonight, and it is coming at 4:20 now in the afternoon. So going to give it a good old go and see what we get. So I'll catch you in a bit. Well, I nearly forgot to say where I was. I'm fishing Abbotsbury, down past about 200 yards, 300 yards down past the Dragon's Teeth. It's about 25 minute walk, bit of a slog. I still haven't set up because I forgot to do the intro. So yeah, total chill. Catch you in a bit. Right, just going to take you through one of my favourite rigs. It's literally, I haven't got a lead on it yet actually, but tell you what I'll do, I'll stick a lead on it and you'll see it better. Basically it is, you could call it an up and over, but I've got one of those Gemini, what's those bloody SRT springs with the little up and over hook clip. I'll show you that there. You can see just there. That comes down then all the way down to there's my hook snood, which is about 6 inches up from the lead clip. The lead clip now, I'm incorporating the Gemini swivel clips. Because I have a swivel on the end of my leader which goes on to where is it now? Where are we? Here. There we are. It goes onto this clip. Primarily I put a swivel on the end of my leader because I can get it through the rod rings. I can pack it all the way and wind the leader down onto the reel when I go home, and with the swivel on. Then I just clip that onto the swivel on the leader, and then I have my swivel, where is it? Just there. Just doing this on my phone. With the Gemini lead swivel clip. So there's rolling at both ends of the rig, and something I picked up off of Sea Angling Adventures with watching Andy Webb, and he pretty much swears by them, and I didn't at first. I thought they wouldn't be strong enough for a full pendulum or something like that, but I do pendulum them, and I just do like a swinging layback, and I do all sorts of casts with them, and I haven't broken one yet. I think they're about 80 or 100 pound breaking strain. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. Obviously I've got those breakaway non-crimp crimps with a bit of rubber insert in, so you can adjust them. A bit of silicone for a bit of a standoff, anti-tangle, and then there's the flowing trace, which is that's about I suppose it's about 2.5 foot long, something like that. And size 1 camera sands, I think they're 4990s. I don't know, it's quite an old pattern, I think, but they've been around for decades now. Only size 1s. I'll just show you. Just size 1s there. Bit of telephone wire for the old pennel hook, but a pair of size 1s on 40 pound amnesia for the hook length. I used to go up to 60 or 80 pound on some of my bigger rigs, especially with the pulley rigs and that, but I've scaled. I must admit I've scaled down a bit. Got a little bit more sensitive with fishing, but I haven't gone as sensitive as Continental. I must admit that's a different ball game. So yeah, there we go. Baits, I suppose. Better show you some baits down here. Good old Sam's Dirty Squid, unwashed squid, sand eels, a couple of mackerel I caught when I was down here, or down Wales last time actually. Some frozen black in here. I've got fresh rag and I've got fresh blow. Dug the blow last week actually. I've just kept it in a bucket of seawater in the old bait fridge at home, and stays for a good few days. Just keep changing the water. Yeah, so that rig's going on one rod. The other rod has got the old good old, let's see, the old Mackie fluff chucking, but proper fluff chucking. Yeah. So yeah, there might be some mackerel still out there, you never know. Last week of September, so yeah. Right, catch you in a bit. Right, I'm going to try and show you a little swinging layback cast that I do. I'll show you the rig now, baited up, ready to go. So there you have it. That's the swivel for the leader, to the flip coming down. There's the southeast ring, and the flip comes down. There's the silicone slip, and the bait is down on top of it. So I'm going to try and position the phone somehow to see if you can see a cast. Let's try that anyway. Don't know what that looks like. Right, let's see. See if we can get this cast on film. I don't know what it's going to look like. You can see my chest at the moment. Right, let's have a go. Don't know if you saw that cast. Let's have a look. Right, I'm also going to do a pendulum now, my fishing pendulum with the feathers. So we'll get one chuck on that, and then I'll stop the film. Might be a little bit in the other, quite a way the other side of the rod stand, so I don't want to smash into the rod stand. But yeah, should be able to get an idea of a fishing pendulum anyway. I mean, you'll see. Let's give it a go. so I'm going to carry on feathering, and hopefully you saw the cast there. Catch you in a bit. Right, so believe it or not, I've chucked the feathers out and I'm leaving them roll. I'm letting them roll around on the bottom for a bit whilst I have a cup of coffee. So we've had one little mackerel already. Little mackerel, little Joey, and he is in here. About 9 inches on it. Undersized, but then if that's undersized, why can we buy Joeys from the tackle shop? So I might keep him or I might put him back. There's plenty of oxygen in that water. I always have a bucket when I'm on the beach. I'm going to try and get some more, and hopefully get some on the bottom of the first bait that went out was just pure sand eel on that flowing trace rig. So up and over flowing trace. I've got a second rig baited up, which is just a pulley pedal. Clips on the stand, ready to go. That's all there, ready to go. We just call it double patting. Double patting. I think that's what we used to call it. Double patting. Two patting. Yeah, always having a spare rig baited, ready to clip on. The thing is with the Chesil is that because of the size of the beach, 18 miles of the beach, you'll get shoals of fish come along, and I think they travel up and down, and so when they are in front of you, like smoothies and codling and that, you've got to be able to keep the baits in the water when you're catching. Yeah. Well, as I'm going to show you, now the camp's all set up properly, you can see rucksack in the corner. I always put my bait on, well, depending which way the wind direction is going, I always keep the bait to one side. There's my cutting board. Bucket stays outside, of course. Over here is my lead box, rag to dry my hands on. My quiver sits there all folded up. There's my coat there all screwed up. A couple of head torches ready to go. Rig wallet's just thrown on the floor at the moment, but generally I sit in there, yeah, and watch the rods. So yeah, there we go. Catch you in a bit. So feathers are resting at the moment. Got one rod out on the bottom now. Got one rod out on lug tipped with squid. So there's the blow lug, quite good stuff, and there's what's left of the rag from last week. It's on its way out, but it'll do. So yeah, we'll have a cup of coffee because it's needed, like you do. Been drinking the decaf, gone on to decaf about 3 months ago. Just trying to time of life now, nearly 50, and concerned about health matters. That's without bringing COVID into it, but general health, staying healthier, because the healthier and fitter you are, if you do get COVID, you pretty much will fight it off, what I can see of it, you know, as long as you haven't got really any underlying health conditions. So trying to get healthier, lay off the lager so much, and the alcohol, just leave that alone, you know, for a bit, and drinking the decaf. Perhaps have a pint once, 1 or 2 pints in the weekend or something like that, or maybe at the moment it's been about I had a pint the other day, and then the last pint I had was about 3 or 4 weeks before that. So yeah, drinking loads of water, eating healthier, decaf, it's all part of it. Oh, amazing. When I first drank decaf, I thought it was just like brown water, but now I bought some decent decaf, some Nescafe decaf, and yeah, I think it tastes like coffee. Yeah, there is a little bit of caffeine in it, otherwise it wouldn't be coffee, would it? If you drank enough of it, you'd get your caffeine up. But yeah, there we are. I had a few more mackerel. Joey's again. Let's have a look. Wow. Yeah, they're all dead now because I've knocked them on the head. Because that's what I'm going to do to be not going to let them die from lack of oxygen. I'm going to whack them straight on the head now. And yeah, there's 5 in there, around about that sort of 10-inch mark, and that not big, but good to freeze down for the old. A little bit later on this autumn, get on the Purbex. See if we get another chance of getting another ray. Had a couple of rays down Windspit back in May, fishing with Sam Truan. He's a very good angler. He knows the Purbex well. We were down at Windspit. We had a couple of undulates, sort of into low doubles. We were both getting undulates. Even had an undulate on a 3/8 flapper with size 4 scratching hooks. But the trouble is, I think that one of the hooks snapped, because I went trying to lift it over a rock down the bottom before we got it into the net, and then it just I think the hook snapped. But yeah, so there was a lot about then. I don't know about October time. I'm going to try in October for them down there. Also a couple of other ledges, a couple of other marks along the Purbex. So plenty of fresh bait. Saves money, doesn't it? And yeah. Anyway, I shall probably. What am I going to do? Finish the coffee and do a bit more feathering. Catch in a bit. Right, I'm going to try a bit of rag and squid. This one's all been bound up with cotton, so nice and juicy. Yeah, give that one a go. I'm just going to chuck it out now. So we're just going to chuck that rag and squid out now. Right, let's see what rag and squid does. Right, so what I'm going to try now is little 3/8 flapper on one of the rods, just a scratch. drop it into the gutter. It's about 50 yards out, thereabouts. And I'm using, on this rig, these Tronics Pro, kind of a silicone rubber. You can push them over the hook. They grip to the line nicely. They're like a fluorescent bead. They're a pop-up bead as well, so they will make the bait waft about a bit. Maybe there's some small bream around, some decent pelt, maybe even a gurnard. Tried them out for the first time. First time last week, and on the first chuck with them, I had a little sole down at Shore. This was down at Shore. This was last week, and that was a little 10-inch sole. Christ, it hit the rod. It hit the rod. I was only about 20 yards out on a little sand patch, really close in. And I don't know whether it was the beads that attracted them. I don't know, but whether it's because it pop up, I don't know. But there you go. So this is going to be my little little 3/8 flapper for scratching now. And just drop it in about 40-50 yards out. There is no weed in the water at all whatsoever. It's absolutely beautiful. And if you look over there, you can see what the sea's like. It's fantastic. Looking forward to when it gets dark. And I'm going to have my dinner in a minute as well. So yeah, catch you in a bit. Finally, I've got something to show you. There it is. A strap-a-doodah on the old 3-hook with the pop-up beads. Oh well, never mind. There you go, a little strap-a-doodah. I did have a jumbo mackerel just after dark, and I don't know why. It came in on a bottom bait, but yeah, there we go. That's it. Rightio. See if we get something else. If I get a dogfish and get a pelt, well, with the mackerel, I suppose that would be 4 species. There we go. Let's put him back in the sea. Well, I'm just going to test this to see if this picks up me. Yeah. So that's picking up me. It's good. Yeah. That must be better. I should use the torch next time. Shining on me. Right. Let's get back to business. So what I'm going to do now, just show those tips if we can see them. That's better. So let's have a look. What I had to do is I have pulled back from the first ridge, because the waves at high water will be lapping over the top where I had my bivvy. Yeah. So now I'm back up the bank here a little bit, and yeah, back up the bank. But the rod's elevated a lot higher because I'm up the bank. See, and hopefully we get something else. Right, I should say right. We have got our third species of the session, and here he is. And if I can get it in the light. maybe it's not best in that light. There we are, maybe it's better in that light there. Actually, I'll tell you what. There we go. Put that one on. So we have a pout, chunky pout. So that's not so bad. 3 species. Try and get something else now. Doggy, and maybe the elusive codlin, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Rightio, onwards and upwards. Right, well, we'll put him back. Okay. Right, as you can hear, it's raining and the wind has turned. The wind has turned. Turn that off. Kind of southerly to south-southwest, which is kind of coming diagonally across the front of the bivvy now, which I'm packing up now anyway. But I got the 4th species. I did say I need to get dogfish. There we go. And let's put the main light on. There he is, Mr. Doggy. So yeah, not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. So 6 mackerel, 1 doggy, 1 pout, and 2 straps. Had a small strap as well, which I didn't bother to show you. So yeah, bit of a scratchy session. Didn't realise it'd be like this, but and blanked. So yeah, there we go. Oh, great. The panels now just gone into the bloody. Oh. Great, have to sort that out now, won't we? Right then, Mr. Dogfish back and start packing up. So that's it then, folks. How can I say? Rain stopped play? No, I've just got to get home now. And yeah, until next time. Ciao for now.